Oh, hey.
Hi.
Want to make some lunch?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you.
Let's go through
Let's
this
see
bag.
what you got.
Let's see. I'm interested to see what you can come up with.
Let's see what you got. Yes.
Chickpeas. Couple of onions. Carrots. Some baby capsicum.
Yeah. Hey, tomato. Oh, okay.
Some cucumber. Eggplant.
Wow, a veggie fest.
Finally.
My favorite.
Zucchini.
Zucchini. I love zucchinis. Good. So actually I'm glad you got this. There's a few things we can do here. Obviously, my favorite is a nice roast veg with harissa and ras al hanout dressing.
Yum.
And we can have some Shirazi salad on the side, which is a Persian salad, and some sort of yogurt with it.
Sounds good to me. Let's start.
Okay, well, let's get chopping. So actually, since you are chopping fast, what I'll do is I will prepare the marinade.
Perfect.
I'm thinking marinate the veggies with a harissa blend, which is a bit more fiery, it's a bit more spicy. And then marinate the chickpeas with a ras al hanout blend because it has cardamom in it. It's very aromatic. So this way we have both flavors. It makes the whole dish more sophisticated.
Are we going to roast the chickpeas in the oven as well?
Yes, yes. So
pretty easy then.
Oh yeah, very easy. Here we go. I get my ras al hanout and my harissa out.
Such a good way to save some money on a delicious meal as well, is just to cook with all veggies.
And very healthy as well. It goes a long way, you know, these veggies.
Absolutely.
So for my harissa blend, I'm going to mix harissa with some olive oil and some yogurt, and that becomes the marinade, and that's all you need. You can have a little bit of lemon juice in it too.
Beautiful.
Let's get a spoon from here. Here we go. I get 1 tablespoon of harissa, which is plenty.
What sort of spices can we find in the harissa?
So this has the caraway ground, and the chili comes from cayenne pepper that is used in here, and you have paprika and other warm spices in it too. You know, cayenne pepper is a really healthy chili. I saw a few videos that cayenne pepper has healing properties because the way it works is that when you have cayenne pepper, it draws blood to that area and it will help the body to heal that area. I went down a whole TikTok thread about how good cayenne pepper is, and you need to put a little bit in the water and have it and everything. But generally, it's something that even in some parts, if you have a cut, a wound in your hand, they put actually cayenne pepper on it. I don't dare try it. Yeah, it sounds painful, but I don't know, that's what I read. I really like using yogurt in marinades for vegetable and meats because it just makes everything more tender and it adds that oiliness and that fat without too much fat. So just a little bit of olive oil, dash more.
Oh, try not to cry.
Yeah, me too. It's affecting me too. And then another thing is that if you look at the ingredients here, there's just a little bit of salt. So salt is the last ingredient in our list of ingredients, which says that there's not much salt in it. So when I cook with this harissa, I have to add more salt.
Yep. So we're using this as for our roasted vegetables. What sort of meat would this go with? If we want as
look, in the Middle Eastern cuisine, you usually go with lamb, but I think harissa goes actually really well with chicken or fish. So that's also a really good choice if you wanted to go with chicken or fish. I personally prefer possibly chicken because we have eggplant and zucchini here, and they also go really well with chicken. And it cooks faster.
Yeah, that helps. There's quite a few vegetarian Middle Eastern dishes, aren't there?
Yeah, there is a fair bit. We used to have more vegetarian food at home than meat dishes. Two reasons. Number one is that it's healthier and my mom wanted to cook healthy. And the number two is that meat is not really affordable that much for everyone, especially
even now.
Yeah, it's so expensive. So I'm just going to put the veggies in. I'm thinking let's just put the marinade all over. Do you want to do the marinade bit? So you can pour the marinade all over and then just play with it.
The whole lot?
The whole lot.
All right. So we've got quite a lot here to really serve quite a few people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a party size. And we only use 2 tablespoons of harissa, but you're gonna get so much flavor.
I can smell all of the different ingredients just mixing in there. It's amazing.
Is all done?
Yeah.
Great. So now you can have these capsicums. You have a little bit of marinade at the end, bottom of this. So I'm just gonna roll this in a little bit and just place them. Yeah, you can just place the onions as well.
Sure.
They don't really need. You can just like move them a little bit around the marinade, but they're fine. Yeah. Here we go. Done.
That took about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
So how long will this take to roast?
Yeah, it's going to take about I would say half an hour, but I guess you just open the oven and see if the potato is cooked. These are different vegetables that have different cooking temperatures, so you could add them separately, but I actually really like when you have your potato a little bit like less cooked and like not too mushy, but other vegetables are like fully roasted.
Yes.
I really like that flavor.
Beautiful. So the chickpeas are going to cook separately?
No, so
They're
what
gonna
I'm
go
gonna do is I'm going to create a little I'm gonna marinate the chickpeas in the bowl at the same time, and then when the veggies are half cooked, we just add the chickpeas for them to get roasted.
Sounds very simple.
Yes. So I start with getting rid of some of the chickpea water, but not all of it.
So that's just going to add in with the...
Add the moisture to the marinade.
And then it's a good little source of protein to be adding to our dish.
Yes, yes. Even with the amount, I know you bought 1 chickpea, with the amount of veg we have, we could do 2. Let me see if I have anything in the pantry. Sure. I have some cannellini beans, white beans. I think they're fine.
Yeah, sure.
We do a combination of chickpea and white beans, so you have 2 types of beans.
So I think we'll be meeting our 5 serve of veggies today by the looks of it.
Oh yeah, and a lot of protein.
Yes.
Here we go. So white beans are more used in countries like Lebanon, which is a bit more like even with the falafel, they make the falafel with the fava beans, and chickpeas are more used in Morocco. So we have everywhere, a little bit of everywhere. Okay, this is my, this is my favorite spice. I put it on everything because I love cardamom. And this ras el hanout, this blend that we made, I just went extra with cardamom. Usually when you get ras el hanout from other brands, cardamom is not the first spice because it depends where this ras el hanout recipe is coming from. Different countries like Iraq has its own recipe, Morocco has its own recipe. So this Moroccan one, I added some extra cardamom to it, so it's very aromatic. And this one is not too spicy, so we can just go more generous with it. So I'm adding 2 tablespoons. And you can see some of the spices are still whole here, so it's not just the powder.
Yeah, beautiful. And what does ras el hanout stand for?
So ras el hanout and I am probably not pronouncing the Arabic version of it that correctly, but it means the top of the shop. It is the spice blend of all the best spices that are in the shop, and that's what it means. So the best spices that are in a spice market in Morocco, they blend it together and it makes the ras el hanout.
Perfect.
And I agree, it's really good because the balance of it is the best. So I'm adding a bit of oil too. And just mix. And that's that. Like this, you're roasting, but you can use this, make it into a tagine. So the vegetable that we had, this chickpea and beans, the ras el hanout, and a little bit of possibly tomato paste. Put it on the cooktop, and that gives you a tagine, which probably I'm gonna make next. Let's do it together as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to set a timer for 30 minutes. And that's it.
Simple.
Change of plan.
Yes.
We are going to make another dish which is called mastochial, which is yogurt and cucumber. It's similar to tzatziki, but different. Let's make that, and I actually think that goes really well with this dish.
Sure.
So the tomato can retire. We can add it in with them. So maybe chop the tomato and add it in the beans. So we add that later. You're a good chopper.
Thanks. Can you tell I've worked in hospitality before?
Yeah, I can. You chop better than me. So put this in there.
I can already smell those vegetables.
Yeah. I love this warm aromatic smell.
It's beautiful.
So now you want to cut the cucumbers. You can peel the skin off, but I always like to keep the skin on for my veggies. So cut the cucumber into like really small cubes.
Okay. So I'm guessing that cucumbers must grow very well in Middle Eastern countries because there seems to be an abundance of them in recipes. Popping it in here?
Yes. So what it is about cucumber is that Middle East is a dry place. Obviously Middle East is a large place, but most countries, like let's say Iran, is more on the dry side. So and there's a lot of deserts and everything there. So we tend to have vegetables that are going to give a lot of water to your body, and one of the most best hydrating vegetables you can have is cucumber.
Yep.
So that's why we use it in a lot of recipes, and it grows a lot. It's a really a favorite vegetable. And one funny thing is that when you go to someone's house, like as a dinner guest, you usually have the fruit like as a whole. They give you a fruit basket, you know, like what I have here. I'll show you like all these fruit whole that I always have on the table available. You have this fruit basket of like whole fruit that the guests will serve themselves, help themselves to it. And cucumber is one of the fruit. So in our fruit basket, we have oranges and apple and banana if you are posh, and cucumber. And then when the guest comes, and it's the most favorite, and you go and you give them a knife and a plate, and the guest takes the whatever fruit that they want, they peel it themselves and they eat it, and that's part of like together. It's an activity almost. You know, you all peeling fruit and having.
That sounds lovely.
And cucumber. And one funny thing is that when they are peeling the cucumber, like peeling the fruit, you kind of judging them on the fruit peeling skill as well. But yeah, so here we have the cucumber. The other ingredients in here are yogurt, walnuts, raisins, and rose petals.
Beautiful.
So yeah, it's a beautiful dish. I think this bowl is a little bit small, so I'll give you a bigger one.
Sure.
Good. So we had a little break because we had someone to come and measure the windows for the blinds, and we told them we are making some spicy content.
But not that sort of spicy content.
We made them uncomfortable. So let's continue. You have the cucumber. You add the yogurt. Mix the yogurt with cucumber, please. And actually, stop. No, don't do that. We need about a handful of walnuts. Chop them up.
All right. Got that much?
Yeah. You just need to roughly chop them up. Yeah.
Another little hit of protein. And walnuts are good for people who have thyroid problems.
Is it?
Yeah,
I have thyroid problems.
Yeah, apparently one walnut a day really helps.
Balancing your thyroid. Yeah. So we get about a handful of raisins as well. Not all of it, so we need to leave some, but go generous.
Bit more?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I'm checking if there's any raisins that have the ends still, because these are from overseas and they haven't gone through the rigorous Australian made checks, but they're really good raisins. So yeah, that's it. And you add about, I don't know, a cup of yogurt.
A little bit more?
Yeah, because you want to have, these are the things in yogurt, so. Okay, good. If we need more, we add more. The other thing that goes in here is some mint.
Right.
So maybe we get like a pinch of mint. Maybe I can show you actually.
Yeah, sure.
So we get a pinch of mint between your palms, and then you rub it together.
And you can smell the mint.
Get a little bit more, because why not?
And could you use fresh mint?
It is used with dried mint.
Okay.
Usually it's made with dried mint. So I've never tried fresh mint, but I don't think it hurts.
Sure.
A pinch of salt. We need a bit more yogurt.
A bit more yogurt?
Yeah.
This looks like it would be really nice on a hot day.
Yes. It's a really nice cooling dish, but it's actually really balanced. I actually posted a video before about this dish. So in the Persian culture, like food culture, we always talk about the different elements have their own temperament. So we say cucumber has its own temperament, like humans. You know, someone is warm-blooded, someone is cold-blooded. And the food is like that. Some food is more cold and some food are more hot. So in this dish, we have yogurt and cucumber who are the cold elements, and we have walnut and raisin that are hot elements. And this dish as a whole brings you balance. Mint is hot element, and we're gonna add rose petals, which is a cold to neutral element. Here is our beautiful rose petals. So at the end, and not now. So now we are going to kind of decorate this dish with a little bit of raisin. So you just put a bit of raisin on top, like a decoration. You can add a little bit more mint. That's enough raisins. Just a bit more mint. And maybe get a few walnuts.
Crush them down a little bit.
Yeah, crush them and then decorate. And then get a handful of rose petals and then put it on top as decoration too.
So almost like decorating a love cake.
It is. It's a love cake in the yogurt form. I think that's enough. So yeah, here we go. Pretty. And now it's almost time for us to put the beans on the roasted veggies. See? So now just put that on top of these. It's kind of make the vegetable more saucy as well. Back in. We give it another 15 minutes and dinner is served. Here we are. If you want to put that there.
Wow.
Ooh, nice.
And so the chickpeas and beans that we added on the top have almost created a bit of a sauce.
Yes, they did. Then we have a bit of sauce, but the top layer is still crunchy, so it's really lovely. Okay, I can't wait to try.
Me too.
And let's not forget the yogurt.
So in no time at all, you've made us this amazing Middle Eastern feast from scratch.
Yes, and you see how yogurt has created some sort of, I guess, sauciness and coating for it. I really like the use of it. And don't forget to have this. Is this the first time you're trying this yogurt thing?
Yeah, so I've tried, it's a similar style dish in Indian cuisine.
Yeah, like raita.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of dishes in Indian cuisine is actually coming from Persia.
Wow.
Yeah. Even curry, I read somewhere that curry is But when the Parsis went to India after the invasion of Arabs to Iran, oh, you didn't get the onion. That's when they took the concept of horesh, which is the stew that we have, and that's when the curry was born.
Wow, that's so interesting.
And this is, I really like this. This is such a simple dish, but really nice. It's hot.
It's beautiful. It's got the spiciness of the harissa and the rasa hanout, and then you've got this nice cooling element of what you've made us here. It's beautiful.
Yeah, thanks. Really good. Well done.